Hotels abound everywhere, but when you're looking for a cozy, comfortable, luxury, and environment that will take you to the zenith of your expectations, A&T Residential Hotels is the place. The rooms are designed to be your home away from home. We have services, both bar, room, and kitchen are all 24 hours. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool and our gym to keep your body fit. Our staff are excellent as they welcome you with royalty. Come shake your body as our nightclub opens every Friday with Asu Barbecue. Asuya joints available all day. We have a whole capacity of about 1,500 for your occasions. Welcome to A&T Presidential Hotels, Kilometer 5, Ilesha, Owo Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 081-4633-5949 and 070-1222-6282. A&T Presidential Hotels, comfort and class redefined.
Congratulations to our poultry, pig, sheep, and goat farmers in Ondo State as Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project (LPRES) begins provision of common assets such as abattoir, slaughterhouse, pasture, sheep and goat markets, biodigester, veterinary clinic, farmer field school, artificial insemination center, training, loan support, free vaccination, among others, to enhance productivity, resilience, and commercialization of these value chains. LPRES is here to serve you. Please report header farmer clashes to LPRES for prompt intervention. You can visit your local government for complaints on GBV, sexual exploitation, abuse, and harassment at LPRES project location in your area. LPRES beneficiary profiling is always free, but know that there is no input support for beneficiaries. For more inquiries, please contact Ondo LPRES project at ground floor, ISA building, beside ADP Alagbaka Akure. Facebook page is Ondo LPRES project. Email ondo@lpresnigeria.gov.ng. Telephone 0803-395-7166. LPRES project, enhancing livestock profitability.
On the news tonight, Ondo State government takes steps in meeting deforestation regulation compliance. Experts emphasize the importance of patience and caution on highways in the Ember months. Plus, stakeholders identify clean environment, accurate diagnosis to end malaria. Good evening and thanks for joining us on Nta Akure News at 7. I am Abiola Ario. Ondo State government is taking further steps to safeguard cocoa farmers' livelihood as it works towards the December 2025 deadline for the European Union deforestation regulation compliance. This was part of resolution reached at the State Executive Council meeting held at the Governor's Office Council Chambers in Akure. Paul Omukago has details.
Approaching December deadline for the EU deforestation regulation compliance is receiving priority attention from the Ondo State government in averting ban on cocoa and its byproducts in the international market. Commissioner for Agriculture and Forestry, Leye Akinola, highlighted the action plan of the government in ensuring full compliance of the EU regulation.
We have resolved that agroforestry will be practiced in most parts of our forests, not all anyway. Some parts will still be left as a reserved area, while permission will be granted to some of cocoa farmers and oil palm farmers and some other farmers that are planting arable crops in our forests.
The council also took key decisions bordering on infrastructure, health, and some traditional stools in the state.
The government felt that the interests of Ondo State is paramount in its administration. That is why it is everything possible to ensure that all the various local governments in the state, all the 203 wards in the state are touched. Especially if you don't want to leave any part of the state unattended to.
Memo was brought up today, discussed, and council finally approved that the Unimen Teaching Hospital Akure Complex be ceded to federal government for the purpose of using it as Federal University of Technology Akure Teaching Hospital for effective takeoff.
The Ondo State Executive Council have approved His Royal Highness Oba Joseph Ilesami Bolanle as Onisusan of Susan in Akoko South East Local Government Area of Ondo State. From now, he has become another is already established too, and no controversy over his emergence as a cabinet of the community.
The state government says it is committed to transforming and improving on existing infrastructure while also creating the enabling environment for small and medium-scale enterprises to thrive. In Akure, Paul Mukagu, NTA News.
14 out of the 171 associations seeking to be registered as political parties have been shortlisted, while 157 failed to meet up the criteria. INEC, in a statement by its National Commissioner for Information, Sam Olumekun, says the list of the 14 pre-qualified associations has been published on the Commission's website, and the leaders of the pre-qualified associations have been invited for a briefing on the second stage of the registration process. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has underscored the central role of physical discipline and accountability in strengthening Nigeria's national security architecture. He made this known while declaring open the Nigerian Air Force Finance Conference and Retreat 2025 at the NAF School of Finance and Accounts, Ibadan. A statement by the Director of Public Relations and Information indicates that Air Marshal Abubakar identified efficient management of resources as not merely an administrative necessity, but a moral imperative that underpins operational effectiveness. He added that accountability must be embraced as a collective responsibility for institutional integrity, describing it as a commitment to both the future of the Nigerian Air Force and the security of the nation. Air Vice Marshal Uchenwago, Chief of Accounts and Budget, also underscored the pivotal role of finance officers in safeguarding the credibility and efficiency of the Nigerian Air Force, adding that the Finance Conference and Retreat provides a unique opportunity for personnel to sharpen their skills, strengthen accountability practices, and embrace innovation in resource management. Road crashes are a major concern during the Ember months, spanning from September to December. Ifeoluwa Omoshule reports that experts and residents of Akure emphasize the importance of patience and caution on the highways to reduce accidents, particularly during this period of the year. The report.
Statistics shows that numerous road crashes are usually recorded in the Ember months, thereby creating an impression that the Ember months have a spiritual undertone. Records further show that this myth has been lingering for years, and when September sets in, many begin to seek spiritual help during the Ember months because of the myths attached to it. Some residents of Akure, while speaking on the myths and realities surrounding the Ember months, believe that most of the crashes recorded during the period are associated with impatience and the quest to make more money in preparation for the festive season.
You know, what some people could not achieve from January to August, they want to achieve it within the remaining 4 months. So because of our rush, because of our attitude, we fail to do something on time. Then when it is late, we want to rush.
So the only thing is that people should be conscious and become aware of their expectations towards the end of the year, so that they don't have an expectation that is more than what they can do. That is when people are rushing and they start speeding and they start having accidents and things are happening, and they say there's no meat about the environment.
The sector commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Samuel Ibitoye, however, encouraged motorists to exercise caution and obey traffic rules this season towards curbing the menace.
My advice is that patience remains the answer. When you are patient with yourself as you journey, and you are patient with other road users who may have the tendency to misbehave on the road, then you are sure of sustaining your life and having your life intact as you move around the year, inclusive of the environment. Patient and care for the vehicle as well. Very, very important. And you also go defensive in your driving.
It is believed that same effort put into working during the ember months can also be used to start accumulating wealth from the beginning of the year. In Akure, Ifeoluwa Moshile, NTA News.
As Nigeria shifts focus from malaria prevention to total elimination, guests on Good Morning Nigeria have identified clean environments, accurate diagnosis, quality medication, and community collaboration, amongst others, as the most effective strategies to end the disease. Thomas Ogbetere reports.
While malaria remains one of the Nigerian deadliest health threats, its elimination is achievable through a holistic and sustained approach. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria stressed the need for equitable access to government's malaria interventions and urged strategic partnership with Nollywood and other influential sectors to promote awareness and behavioral change.
Now, the strategy we've adopted over the past decades is, looking at malaria elimination just from a health perspective. No. What we're saying now is that we need new strategies, we need new ways.
The message we would send most likely would be preventive. Yeah. First of all, preventive. So that after that, then treatment.
The guest also advocated for increased training and retraining of healthcare workers, as well as quality assurance in laboratory testing and treatment outcomes. They called on every ministry, department, and agencies to allocate a specific budget for malaria control, highlighting the need for stronger resource mobilization across all levels of governance.
And what the data is showing is that if you live in Nigeria, for all the population that are living in Nigeria, 80% of the people that are dying from malaria in Nigeria, they are under 5.
We all accept the reality that malaria can be defeated. You see, we are in a place now that people have given up. People are just not comfortable, but just think that we're already beaten by malaria. So,
recognizing that government cannot fight malaria alone, the guests recommended improving healthcare delivery to remote communities and called for mechanisms that would support a sustained national effort. They added that collaboration efforts involving the private sector, community leaders, and development partners are vital to achieving a malaria-free Nigeria. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
You're still watching Nta Akure News at 7. We shall be back after this break. Please stay with us.
Our major currency unit is the Naira, while the minor unit is the Kobo. They are both in notes and coins. The Naira is more than just a medium of exchange. It bears the images of our heroes. So, stop abusing the Naira. It is a criminal offense to spray the Naira at events. Stop stepping on the Naira. It's not your enemy. Do not squeeze, ruffle, or write on the Naira. Handling the Naira with dirty or oily hands can deface the Naira. Love the Naira as you love yourself. Be a real Nigerian. Do not abuse the Naira.
You're welcome back. You can also watch us on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube at NTA Akure. And on business news, the federal government has abolished the 5% excise duty previously imposed on telecommunications services. For this and more on business news, let's join Jessica Omuaka.
The federal government has abolished the 5% excise duty previously imposed on telecommunication services, including voice calls and data usage, in a move expected to ease cost pressures on millions of Nigerians. The National Orientation Agency announced via its official X that President Bola Tinubu ordered the removal of the tax during discussions on the new Finance Act, as revealed by Dr. Aminu Maida, Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission. Maida stated that the president's directive aims to ease financial strains on citizens and promote growth in the digital economy. This initiative is expected to benefit over 171 million telecom users who faced a 50% tariff hike earlier this year. In another development, the agro-allied sector contributed 18.3 billion naira in value-added tax over 3 years. Experts allied the sector's diversification potential and urged the federal government to implement policies and sustain growth and ensure food security, according to Arinze Owanfo. The federal government's remittance from value-added tax on agriculture, forestry and fishing has surged to 18.3 billion naira from 2022 to 2024, recording a growth of 119.29% in 3 years. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, VAT collection from the agro-allied sector increased by 15.29% from 4.25 billion naira in 2022 to 4.9 billion naira in 2023 and nearly doubled to 9.15 billion naira in 2024. And that will be all on business news. In Akure, Jessica Omuaka, NTA News.
And on sports news, Olumide Eguntola now brings us stories from the sporting world.
The leadership of the National Sports Commission has reaffirmed its support for Team Nigeria as hostilities begin Saturday at the 2025 World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, Japan. The executives of the commission urged the athletes to give their best and bring glory to Nigeria, emphasizing that they have the full backing of the commission and Nigerians for them to produce podium finish performances. In another development, the Confederation of African Football (CAF) has unveiled posters to mark the 100-day countdown to the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Morocco will play host to the continental finals for the first time since 1988 and will provide world-class facilities for the 24-team tournament that runs from 21st December 2025 to 18th January 2026, where Cote d'Ivoire will defend their title. Still on football, amidst the debate among football analysts on Super Eagles World Cup qualification status, the General Secretary of the Nigerian Football Federation, Mohammed Sanusi, says FIFA is here to rule on the ineligibility of Teboho Mokina, who was fielded by South Africa against Lesotho in one of the qualifying matches.
I am sad that Nigeria will not be at the World Cup because, like the table is right now, we are third on the table and FIFA is not deducting any 3 points. They can't even be bothered even if FIFA deducts these points from them, except for maybe the likes of Rwanda and Benin Republic, who are chasing, them very closely.
In age grade competition, preparations are in top gear for Nigeria's under-20 team, the Flying Eagles, to jet out of the country this weekend. Led by coach Aliyu Subairu, the team is expected to camp for 2 weeks in South America before their opening game against Norway. In the Nigerian Premier Football League, match day 4 actions continue in different stadia across the country. This weekend, Kun Khalifat will be at home to entertain El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. With sports updates, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
And that's our package for this evening. We thank you for watching. Do stand by for Ironi. Good evening.